Good afternoon and welcome to Learn Love Tarot. If you're new here, I am Angie and I'm here to bring you messages for the best and highest good, helping you achieve healing and the most love possible this lifetime through the guidance of the cosmos, using Sabian symbols, of course, using astrology. Teaching many lessons on how to read your own personal birth chart and then how to use that birth chart as a tool for navigation for your best moves forward. So, without further ado, because we do have a major square going on that started at 12:14 this afternoon, so not too long ago, within the hour. We have the nodes of fate that are in their last breaths, last degree before we change into the north node of Pisces and the south node of Virgo. So we got some finished business here to attend to as far as the nodal axes being north node in Aries, south node in Libra. Now, when it's a square, that means that it is forming a 90-degree angle as the planets are talking to each other. So, what's happening is that the Mercury in Capricorn is going to be squaring those nodes, right? Because that is a 90-degree angle creating a square. Across the street from Mercury in Capricorn, we have Mars in retrograde moving towards that 29th degree because it would go to zero from there. So we have all these energies that are, yes, the north and south node oppose each other like a teeter-totter. They help each other balance. Um, and then in addition to that, we have Mercury and Mars. So communication opposing, but also trying to balance each other. And then those positions are squaring. So we're going to look at all signs today. The theme of Aries is emergence. And we are still in the Sabian energy of a comedian entertaining a group. And that means learning the skill of adjustment to feedback. Opposing that, trying to balance that out, is Libra's theme of learning. Okay. So the South Node is all about releasing and letting go of what no longer serves us and not allowing our past to hold us back. This symbol is the light of the sixth race transmuted to the seventh. And that's all about aspiring towards being authentic in every single moment. Okay. So it's the feedback, trying to balance with your own authenticity at the same time. Now, what's squaring that would be Mercury, the planet of communication. Capricorn, the first 5 degrees there are all about accomplishment. That is the theme. And we are in that first degree of Capricorn because we just entered Mercury in Capricorn this morning at 5:29 a.m. Okay, so that is a symbol of an Indian chief demanding recognition. And that lesson is about observing the effects of unrestrained power. Okay, so again, when it's squaring something, that means that we are learning through challenge. Okay, and then in addition to that, what's squaring emergence and learning is 30 degrees Cancer, Mars in retrograde. The symbol is a daughter of the American Revolution. And that lesson is to feel and show respect for the tradition out of which and within which we were created. Okay. So for me, it's like you can go your own way energy there as far as any songs that are coming to mind right now. So we'll see where we go. In the pre shuffle, I was showing a strength card with the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and also the Two of Wands. So a decision point is coming up here. The only thing missing was the Two of Swords, which is willful blindness. So for me, that's a good energy because the other ones are a more decisive and balancing energy, which should help us out here with these squares happening today. So after much shuffling, we've got Queen of Wands in the bottom of the deck. I am going to be starting with Aries. So there you are right there. Also Scorpion energy due to them being led by the planet Mars. So we're going to start here off with Aries. And I'm going to ask, what skill are you learning? Where you're learning the skill of adjustment to feedback. So what feedback is Aries receiving here? Please and thank you. Great angels and guides, ancestors of the highest white light known and unknown, who love us unconditionally and are helping us this lifetime move forward towards our best and highest good. There's that 20 judgment call there. Archangel Gabriel energy, helping us move towards our best and highest good by increasing our vibrational frequency of our own selves, therefore the people around us, and therefore of the entire planet. One healed heart at a time. Okay, let's get going here. Let me give a little riffle. Aries, what feedback are you trying to adjust to? It's helping you step into that north node and step out of your comfort zone. 3 more shuffles. Okay. Let's see what we have on top here. 7 of Wands in reverse, taking the high ground, but in reverse, that may mean that we are not taking that feedback so well. With 4 of Cups, that's emotional dissatisfaction. Sun energy here with the Empress underneath that. So we'll see where we go with 5 of Swords there being on the bottom. Not sure how they got flipped, and a Lover's energy underneath that. So I want to give that a split. Keep those cards in mind there, Aries. Okay, so you are learning to adjust to what kind of feedback, what victory means to you, and how you can step out of your comfort zone. What is opposing that of something in our past learning that may be holding us back? How can we aspire towards being authentic in every moment? The moon energy, sharing your emotions, and also being willing to adapt again to that feedback, because octopus can fit into whatever container. They can adapt their body shape and hide themselves, even as far as texture and color. So maybe we are trying to let go here of any kind of inauthenticity, but we do need to share those emotions, share what we are feeling, because people can't read our mind, right? So, because I'm going through the entire zodiac, go ahead and get your charts out, and you're going to look for the Aries portion in your chart. If I've created one for you, you're going to be looking at the orange areas because they designate fire. And that is where this advice is going to apply. 6 of Wands in your Libra section, the moon energy, so opposing your Aries energy. And then let's look at what we are observing the effects of unrestrained power regarding group efforts. 3 of Cups, celebration, maybe a little bit of overindulgence. There are 3 hoops and 3 girls. However, they're all trying to squeeze into one hoop. Yeah, so you got to let people know how you feel and what you view victory as. Okay, and then opposing that would be the feeling and showing respect for traditions. What traditions are we respecting? All the ones that are the invisible bars of society. It feels like we are breaking out of that cage and wanting to celebrate, yet there's still some conformity here going on. Maybe feeling forced into that same hula hoop with everyone else, and that maybe feels a little cagey to you. Could do. And emergence. I just love that Six of Wands of victory. When we share our feelings, what's going to bring victory is sharing what's in your heart and not just expecting others to understand. And then how can we balance these traditions of, again, this is like familial roles, cultural roles, religious roles. It's very emotional here. You don't like it here, Aries, no, Aries, nor does anyone. Um, these are invisible bars, though, that we ourselves create. So just because there are limitations that are societal or whatever they may be, does not mean you have to continue them, because we know what happens when we get pushed into a box. Aries is a great leader energy, and they certainly don't appreciate appreciate that. They want to be leading the way. They are the babies of the zodiac. They are the leaders of the zodiac, starting off that cycle. So with that Mercury moving in Capricorn, it's a my Channy planner said, the journal said, when in doubt, talk it out. And words create pathways to opportunities for growth. Okay. So, whatever words we've been using, okay, hidden in the moon, maybe emotions hidden in the moon. The Nine of Wands is about repeating actions, but expecting a different result. And these are words that we have learned that hurt. Okay. Wow. There's your own energy there on the bottom of the deck, environmental energy, feeling like we're bossing up here. Let me get some clarifier cards on these main cards. Oops, I forgot to start my timer. That would help, Ange. Okay, Aries energy here. Chariot there on the bottom of the deck, persevering willpower. And there's that Eight of Swords again, Aries, self-doubt. Okay, where we're keeping ourselves constrained because we may be repeating patterns here. And maybe what way to talk it out is a way to speak and have a conversation in a way that you haven't yet tried. Okay. What's up with this Three of Cups? What box are you trying to be squeezed into here, Aries? You just want to have some fun, but that's a lot of self-imposition. Are you putting yourself in this box unnecessarily? Let's see, what box is Aries trying to squeeze into, possibly out of tradition? That might mean that it is subconscious. Nine of Swords. Yeah, reliving past trauma. These are habits and ways of being that no longer serve us, that have been passed down to us. This can even be generational trauma that we are trying to break a pattern on. How can Aries step into their Emperor energy and take on that leadership role in a way that also feels good to them? Okay. Stepping out of a stagnant routine. We keep getting this repetitive energy. A Nine of Wands. I'm questioning the Nine of Wands, withstanding adversity. Nine of Wands is exhaustion. Like I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. So maybe that in the Aries area of your chart is the life area where you're feeling stagnation, and like, it's just like, man, I just got done with the dishes and there they are. I just want to be like Babysitter's Club and maybe hurl those out the window and shoot them with a BB gun and just say, call the dishes done. That's dropped, fueled here by environmental energy of King of Swords. And even though it's a King of Swords card, we do see Lady Justice there with her sword of truth. and her balancing scales that are balancing. So again, oppositions try to balance. Ethics over emotions, do the right thing, not always having to say every thought that comes into our mind, but we do have to be honest. We can't keep our emotions hidden in the moon. And because these tentacles are under her skirt, it may be like, yeah, I can conform, I can camouflage myself, but how does that get me to my victory? Where's the balance in between? Good question. Where is the balance in between here? Aries energy, Aquarian energy coming through with that King of Swords. Pluto is there asking us to transform. There you are again. Queen of Wands energy. What is the in between here? Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands, and there's that Judgment energy again. Using confidence to make a judgment call, earned reward, confident ambition. And then that is going to be the main energy of Seven of Wands, being all in and determined, crossed by Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy of peaceful abundance. Okay, so Aries, I hope that message served you well. I hope that helps you today and moving forward. Just saw the World card energy and that Strength card again. So take note, as well as the High Priestess. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get the shuffle going. Hope y'all are doing fantastically well. Okay, so these cardinal energies here, cardinal energies, opposite of Aries, and that south node would be Libra energy. So let's pull on that area of your chart. Cardinal energies here. Okay, we'll have a look at the pre-shuffle when we get going. Let's get you all done up back in here. I may actually record these in sections as far as, here's the Emperor energy again, as far as all of the mutables with all of the fixed and all of the cardinals. All right. Well, getting some resistance there, Libra. One more. Okay, Libra, I know you've had a long, hard slog the last 18 months, so I feel for you there. You're getting ready to come out of it here come January 11th. You're like, finally get out of my Libra sun, perhaps. That's been asked to really release a lot of things from the past 10 of Wands, releasing the burdens and letting those go, heavy burdens. The other side, haunting law. Yeah, letting go of those old heartaches and hurts that we may have been hanging on to so that we can get that 10 of cups, get it lovingly complete. You're almost done with this nodal lesson. Poor guys. Woo! Only happens once every 18 years. So good thing for that, right? Okay, let's go ahead moving into our Libra energy. What did our shuffle bring up on the bottom? Finding the puzzle pieces of our own psyche so that we could find peace. Okay. On the split, 10 of cups again, a second time. That is someone joining in there with our own full cup, brings a person or an energy. What you want wants you brings the energy of the same. One more shuffle. There's the star energy. Boy, oh boy, is that Aquarian energy shining through. Three shuffles, please. Three, two, and one. Sun on the pre-shuffle while you're here. your own happiness, pulling up towards that north node of destiny, stepping out of our comfort zone. There's that haunting loss or that Five of Cups again here. Okay, so Libras, what feedback are you learning to adjust to? Other people perhaps making judgment calls about you or on you. Okay, in your own South Node, letting our past hold us back. How can we be more authentic in every moment? Again, letting go of abandonment wounds, understanding that you are never alone and you are never alone. The help is there by the light of those windows in this hospital. Traditionally, that is a church in a lot of decks. And that is about feeling left out in the cold. Feels like your flowers feels kind of withered here. And it's like, I can't be authentic because no one's listening, or you don't feel heard, you feel judged instead. What about this daughter of the American Revolution opposing the Capricorn energy? What effects of unrestrained power are you observing? Yeah. Aries energy, I, me, my, mine. Okay. That would certainly be unrestrained power. More so if the when the emperor is in reverse. So let's see what is balancing that. What traditions can we respect? Holding that ship righted in our left hand as we look to the future through that right side. And this interwoven, the braids of connectedness here. That is the manifestation or your ship coming into port, but she already has a hold of it. So in the Cancer part of your chart, traditionally, you've gotten the manifestations that you have wanted to receive. You've taken action on them, and then moving to oppose that energy. How though? Because you're looking right over here at these judgments of others. When you observe the effects of unrestrained power, you gotta stand up for yourself here and be your own emperor, because you already know what you hold. You already know your worth here. Now, as far as talk it out and what words can create pathways, well, your passions. Where can you throw caution to the wind? What can you examine just a little bit closer? How can your toucan Sam lead you to your Fruit Loops, which is your wish, right? You've already manifested it. You already, instead of just hoping, you are knowing that it's coming to you because you've got a hold of it. And then when we do have the opportunity to use our words, there's mushrooms here in the background. That is a better way than just assuming, right, that nobody's going to listen. You know what you want. I've never known a Libra to not say what it is they were wanting. They're able to see both sides of a situation, so sometimes that's hard to decide. But the words that'll create pathways to opportunities are words that are passionate and innovative. Okay, trying some kind of new action there. And then again, crossed by that Five of Cups, leaving regrets of the past behind. We can't do a damn thing about what has already happened. She is holding on to the Two of Cups. This is my one last look back, but don't look back in anger. Understand that that pain was information for you to use so that you could manifest what you wanted moving forward. Do not let the past hold you back here, Libra. And let's get some clarifying questions here. What judgment do you feel that's made you feeling misunderstood here, Libra? What judgment call do you feel maybe leaving you feeling misunderstood? What's making you feel misunderstood here? Eight of Pentacles. We had a flipper, acquiring expertise. Okay, passing the torch. You are completely capable of taking on whatever this role is. So I'm wondering if this is, Eight of Pentacles is about becoming an expert in your field. And it feels like someone is kind of challenging you here on your expertise regarding regarding especially if it's sitting in your Aries house, and something that you need to release a judgment about. Okay, that is crossed by Four of Swords, earned rest. So definitely feeling like I'm working my butt off here. I am doing my best. I've been asked to take this torch that's being passed to me, but then all y'all are going to make a judgment call about how I do it. Well, where were you when you could have stepped up? Right? It's all fun and games when you have something to say about something that's already completed, especially if they didn't have any contribution for you when that was in motion. Um, you've been working your butt off here. You definitely have earned some rest. Who is this unrestrained power? Can we get any more here? Queen of Wands, confident ambition. So, Queen of Wands energy can come across as overly confident. Again, these are both Aries energies, Scorpion energy as well. Overconfidence, a little boastful. Okay. So, someone that thinks they know better than you. Crossed by soul searching, someone that's really made you question, though. The Hermit stands at the top of the mountain of his life and fully understands the weight of judgment calls in the past that have gone the way you wanted and ones that did not go the way that you've wanted. Okay. What is this new idea that you can bring forward? What is this new idea that you are examining a little bit closer here? What the words of this person are, or what this communication really means? Give me a little bit more for Libra on Page of Wands, please, and thank you. 3, 2, there we go. Have my volunteer, like Dawn says. Okay, reverse Nine of Pentacles, which Nine of Pentacles would be independence and victory, prosperity, and in reverse, it's unfulfilled achievement. Okay, you're examining whether their words are really even true. You're like, I'm just over here trying to look at something. Oh, are they trying to cover up something that they've done and like put the blame on you? They didn't have any contribution when the judgment call was made for you to take over this, for you to get the torch, but now all of a sudden they have something to say. That's what that feels like right there. Unfulfilled achievement. Six of Pentacles on the bottom. Generous giving. You gave of that freely. You took on that role freely, and then they have something to say about it. And yeah, there's no sense in crying over spilt milk. Six of Pentacles again. Six of Pentacles can be a tricky energy. That can be like, yeah, here, I'm giving you this role. But what do you expect back? Was that made clear? Was that made clear? It's a little bit of the energy, hard misfortune, Five of Pentacles twice. It's a little bit of feeling like you were set up to fail. Like I took this role, I took all the extra work, and there's only judgment about it. There's not support. Um, what traditions here are you questioning? That was there. What tradition? Yeah, moon energy, shadow delusion. If you are confident, Libra, that you've done all that you could do and you were dealing with the hand that you were given, it looks like you did your ultimate best here. That can even be someone being jealous, and that's why they have something negative to say. What is this 3 wands? You're holding on to that old tradition, but looking to the future. Okay, we've got King of Swords again with that Libra energy of ethics over emotions. You held on to the ethics of the situation. 7 of Wands, all undetermined. You know that you did a good job and did the best you could with this. And on the bottom of the deck, in your environmental energy, needed change. So maybe you got this company or this person out of hot water, and they are glad to be out of the hot water, but then they had something to say about how you got them out of it, even though you got them out of it. That's a little rough there, Libra. Hang on tight, because again, 112 is your day. 111 is the last day of that south node in your sign. And again, that is not fun energy. So I'll get advice here at the end for all of the cardinal signs really being affected by this square today. That's squaring all those energies are feeling challenging in all 4 corners of that chart. Okay, let's get you. There's that world card energy again, 10 of Cups again. 4 of Cups, I think that came through for Aries. 5 of Wands, geez, with that 3 of Wands, lots of fives there. I was seeing lots of fives yesterday, three different times, 505, 555, and then 555 again this morning. Okay, moving on to Capricorn. Mercury in Capricorn, communication. Sun's also in Capricorn energy. And again, that is all about managing and taking on and managing difficult challenges. There's that 8 of Pentacles, becoming an expert. Okay, in your field, that is mutable earth energy, Virgo energy. The Sabian symbol for the sun is a child of about 5. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Carrying a huge shopping bag, taking on and managing difficult challenges. You know what that's making me think of, Capricorn? Um, at school, the kids used to love, there's a 8 of Wands, communication, 2 of Cups here, what you want, once you. Um, these little kids, they're like less than 5 years old. I think it was China, and they would film them. The mother would be like, go to the grocery store and give them a list of things, gave them their money. They were crossing like traffic, and these little like 4-year-olds were like walking blocks away, getting the stuff at the grocery, getting the right change, and coming home. Like it, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I'll have to email her and see what that site was, because that was just so much fun to watch. Let's get a good shuffle here for Capricorn energy. Mercury, observing the effects of unrestrained power. Mercury tends to move, change, about a degree every day or so, depending, slows down sometimes. So we'll be starting. There's your magician energy as I'm looking at observing the effects of unrestrained power. 4 new aces of potential. Maybe that's something, Capricorn, you're like, okay, well, I'm out of here, because that's like the view from an airplane window. Someone could have not been transparent with you here. They were unrestrained in their power. And you're like, I'm out of here for a new adventure. We shall see. That wanted to come out here as a little bit of a theme energy. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant, the learning. Maybe you are leaving one place so that you can go and teach at another. We shall see. Let me get my clarifying deck ready here to go for you. Hope you guys are doing fantastically well today. Mine started off rough. I woke up at 4:34 this morning, and that angel number was pillars. Be a stable force in an unstable world. Interesting without observing the effects of unrestrained power now that I'm looking at it. Okay. All right. Okay, Capricorn energy. Let's start with that North Node of Destiny. A comedian entertaining a group. Guess who's back? So, learning the skill of adjustment to feedback. I feel like you've already got this skill. You don't have any problem taking feedback here. As a matter of fact, you might be an expert at it. Maybe you are helping others learn to take the feedback on, definitely if it's to do with any kind of an art form, and just like, okay, take the feedback, but then make it your own, still put your own original stamp on it. What are you letting go of? What may be holding you back? How can we be more authentic and release what doesn't serve? Eight of Wands in our communication. So, I did share that fated messages are on the way. And certainly for Libra, it could be someone from your past, or excuse me, Libra South Node could be someone from your past. Have a look at where Libra is placed in your chart, Capricorn. Wherever that energy is, there's some kind of big communication that lifts you up um, regarding this about authenticity. This is an 88, so Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. Let's come over here to what unrestrained power are you observing? Eight of Wands can also be downloads, especially with the High Priestess energy. So you could be observing that as others are unrestrained in their power, the high priestess is very restrained. Her mouth is closed. She knows intuitively what the heck is going on. She just knows when to keep her mouth shut, when it's important to come out behind the curtain, and when it's just time to be like, I could say a lot, that shell at her, that blue shell at her throat chakra. I could say a lot, but I'm not going to. Okay, then. What about these traditions that were created in this Cancer energy? Ten of Swords, always being the one to be poked at or feeling like you got the short end of the stick here. Ten of Swords does convert as the sun comes up into an Ace of Swords of truth. So traditionally, maybe this is even within family, it was okay for people to just run their mouth and not keep their mouth closed about what they thought. See how all these needles, all these hands are poking in at her brain? Boy, I felt like that today. I woke up thinking today was freaking Thursday. I wrote Thriving Thursday. I did my Thriving Thursday reading, posted my notes, posted the read, and it be Wednesday. It's like, oh boy. Okay. So traditionally, perhaps you were also allowing what others said or allowing any kind of betrayal from others to kind of ruin our day. But now, I mean, this is observing the effects of unrestrained power. I don't listen to what other needles are being poked at me. I listen to myself. Okay. What about when in doubt, talk it out? Words create pathways to opportunities for growth. Boy, I'd say masculine king of pentacles, that's money, honey, on top of other 3D currencies of abundance, such as time, energy, our talents. Okay, those are pentacles. Our assets. Okay, so there are, you can talk about a raise here, and you can also talk about what it actually is. What is the truth of what you want? Because perhaps we didn't trust our own best judgment before. We didn't trust our intuition. So, moving forward, by you doing that and saying, hey, this is what I want, this is what I'm worth. And this is what the pentacles that I expect to receive, whether it be less time, if you can't negotiate more money, can say, okay, well, these are all my responsibilities. What can be offloaded here to kind of make up that balance? Maybe there are other ways that you can be paid, like the use of a company car, for example. Okay, this is all again crossed by I'm the guru, the shaman, the guide. There's a chance here for learning or for you to be teaching. This is again all four aces of potential, taking on and managing difficult challenges with gusto. Bottom of the deck, Hermit energy. The energy of today is a 9. The Hermit balancing with the moon. What are these 10 of swords? What are these 10 of swords? What is this past betrayal? Or are we understanding if we have respect for that in the past? Understanding that that doesn't have to mean we absorb what other people's needles are coming at us. Okay. Wheel of Fortune, a lucky twist of fate. When the sun comes up, there's some kind of truth. Swords are also communication coming your way. That is a lucky twist of fate. I feel like you feel like this has been coming, but it's gonna be what brings the pentacles here. Crossing energy, King of Pentacles, double King of Pentacles. Wow. So secure abundance. Capricorn, impressive. Okay, Hanged Man energy underneath that. What is looking at Eight of Pentacles here? What are you an expert at? Being all in and determined. Capricorns, you are the go-getters. You tackle things without issue. Boy, that King of Swords, that Pluto energy just wants to keep showing up here. Ethics over emotions. You are the expert. Whatever feedback in the past does not have to weigh you down, especially if you focus on your own truth. You are all in and determined, regardless of having to adjust to some kind of feedback. And ethically, you're not letting it get the best of you. Hierophant energy again on the bottom. And there's that world card, some kind of cycle coming to a completion. Judgment energy, allowing the effects of others' judgments, of needles coming at you, not to affect your confidence or your own ethics. Okay. What about this Eight of Wands? Can we get any more about what this communication about your expertise is about? Could have something to do with transformation. She's painting a beautiful butterfly there. Queen of Wands, confident ambition. So double Queen of Wands as well coming up for you. How Stella got her groove back. I love the orange and yellow color energies that we see here. That would be creativity of the sacral chakra, feeling very passionate and fired up. And then yellow being the solar plexus, they're allowing our happiness to float us up and be our guide, regardless what anybody else has to say about it. Queen of Wands crossed by some kind of a heartbreak here. Could be you're standing tall, even though people around you, maybe you're teaching others here about how to move through, stay confident, and lift yourself up through heartbreak. Yeah, severe heartbreak. Maybe it'll tell us what? 4, 3, and 3, 33, building a foundation. Okay, so maybe you're counseling other people who have started businesses and even were experts, but for some reason, the authenticity and the passion wasn't there. Maybe you're coaching them about, look, you gotta passion is a prerequisite. And no matter what's going, on, you can't be disappointed by every little hiccup. You're just building here. You can't expect success to come in overnight. Okay. Very interesting energy there. Give me a little more, Goss, on judgment energy there as well. Give me a little bit more, Goss, on this King of Pentacles, this opportunity for growth in this conversation. Boy, Ten of Swords, deep anguish. It might not be something you want to do or want to leave behind, but if it's not serving you, mm-mm. Unrestrained power, that's when someone's just using their words to hurt or stab you in the back. And, those are always opportunities for growth, even though it doesn't feel like it at the time, certainly. Knight of Wands, crossed by fearless action. I just got why now? Why didn't you tell me this before? Why now? Why now? Give me more on this 10 of coins underneath that. Why now? What is this 10 of swords all about? Give me a little bit more on 10 of swords, please. What have you felt was harsh or a betrayal? What do we need to face the sunshine and release and let go of? What do we need to release and let go of here? Tower, painful transition. Okay. That is crossed by the devil, destructive indulgence. Okay, so someone around us, kind of a Knight of Wands energy, perhaps fearless action. They ran off at the mouth, and maybe you're like, you know what? I'm the King of Pentacles here. I'm going to get in that energy. I'm going to talk to them because the King of Pentacles is the most experienced of all the kings. And if they can't learn how to not use their words in a kinder way, or if, I'm not going to be stabbed in the back, and I know when it's time to be within my own autonomy. I know when it's time to exit stage left. Someone was incredibly indulgent here in your surroundings that weren't about you, was not about you, Capricorn. It's not even about you. We always know that when people are being cruel with the words, that says more about them than and their own mental state than that does about us. So take that into consideration as well, that hurt people. And unfortunately, it takes a long time to not react to how others display their pain and try to fling it our way, right? Unfortunately. Okay, Two of Pentacles, you definitely got a decision to make there. Four of Swords, King of Pentacles, for your own best and highest good of healing. Four of Swords. Seven of Wands, standing your ground and trusting your intuition. There's that Three of Swords again. I'm going to become an expert at showing someone in this Three of Swords how to start building again, or not to expect perfection when they're just starting out. Empress energy, sharing that nurturing energy. She's also creating. And that Magician with the Six of Swords, moving into calmer waters. Okay. Last but not least, for the cardinal series here, cardinal signs for today's Mercury squaring the North Node and the South Node. Okay, so faded messages on the way much? Right, spot on for that Capricorn energy square to the nose. Boy, oh boy. Mercury in Capricorn for Cancer. Look at the Cancer part of your chart, and that is where one of the corners will be, one of the corners of advice. You want to look at Aries Libra axis and your Capricorn and Cancer axis. Okay, King of Wands there on the bottom of that shuffle. And we are wanting to know here, what feedback are you learning to the skill of adjustment towards? What kind of feedback are you trying to learn the skill of adjustment to? There's our flipper. Sun energy. So feedback about others' happiness or what makes you happy. Oh no, I just, my little lover's card just got damaged in the shuffle. Could be communication from a lover. Maybe it puts a little mark on your love story in your eyes. Okay. Knight of Cups. I'm going to take both of those crossing energies with Knight of Cups, Eight of Wands. Someone may want to ask you out on a date here. Communication about love on that split. Feels like it makes you very happy. The adjustment, learning the skill of adjustment to feedback. Maybe you were assuming the worst here. Maybe you needed to see something from a higher perspective, or, you have one eye being covered up here. There's doves of peace in the background. That's a starling energy. It's like you're out on display to be a star. This her head is like a energy of a peony. It's the happiest card in the deck. And you're learning to adjust to feedback about how you can best shine, or if you kind of poo-poo any kind of love offers or love energy here that's coming in communication, you're allowing the loving words that they're telling you to ring true. Maybe you were ignoring that out of, I don't know what, but maybe you didn't believe them. We shall see. Okay. And I don't know why I just started shuffling again, but we did. All right, judgment energy here for the South Node. Don't let the past hold you back. If others are making a judgment call about your happiness, hopefully you would have something to say about that. Crossed by Nine of Pentacles here. Independent of her community. There's a bluebird of happiness sitting right there on her fingers. She's holding the apple of knowledge, and the pentacles hanging from her earrings and as the ring on her finger are Vegas chips. So, betting on happiness, making a judgment call about your happiness. Okay, let's see what's over here and on this other end of the axis as well. Capricorn energy of observing the effects of unrestrained power. What unrestrained power? Like gonna have to shuffle now that I was shuffling for the other ones. We just go with the flow here. Okay, what unrestrained power are you observing the effects of? This is again all four aces of potential new starts. Unrestrained power, I always see this the hat is like see-through transparency. Maybe someone's words were a little too transparent, their words were unrestrained, their actions, or their judgment about what makes you happy or what should make you happy. There's a swan here in this. We did see that Knight of Cups energy. So that could be swans mate for life. And there's a transformational moth, like a moth to a flame, coming already out of the cocoon, ready to fly away into that new potential. Crossed by, there's the King of Wands coming back in the environmental energy. And she is also holding a wand. So the magician's wand, unrestrained power. Perhaps there's a King of Wands, Leo energy, and we've got Leo of the Sun here. Judgment would be Sagittarian energy. Lots of fire. And, you're trying to remain focused on your bluebird of happiness. You're kind of all over the place here, Cancer energy. Okay, King of Magician crossed by King of Wands. I feel like there's potential here, even though other people's power that you're observing are unrestrained. It's like, I know what my aces of potential are, and for me, it has to be derived out of passion or nothing. You get nothing. Okay. What about here? What are the traditions that you're respecting that they were created, but that are opposing as unrestrained power? Okay. So tradition that you are respecting, death and transformation here. So because we've had to let some kind of sleeping dog lie, and move towards the path of peace, that is a white lily, understanding that we had to let some kind of tradition die in order to create something new. Okay. What's in the crossing energy there? Feminine emperor energy. That is all about sovereignty, powerful in your own right, sovereignty, to leave something that's been traditional, something that's held you fast, standing in your sovereignty and leaving it be for all new aces of potential. Okay, Cancer. Woo! Lots of major arcana out here. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6 cards left on the table. Man. Now, the only thing, well, yeah, there Mars is retrograde in Cancer right now. That is not easy energy, especially depending on where it's placed for you. What are you leaving behind? What sleeping dogs are you letting lie? Never gotten that from that card before. Letting sleeping dogs lie. What sleeping dogs are you letting lie? A difficult decision. No longer hemming and hawing back and forth and being willfully blind. It's like that butterfly is getting ready to fly off of that peace, lily of peace. Yeah, haunting loss. It's not an easy decision. Difficult decision crossed by haunting loss. What it weren't easy, but standing alone here in your sovereignty, you're more powerful than you realize. Queen of Wands underneath that, confidence. And we had the King of Wands on the bottom over here, and then Knight of Cups here is back. Okay, wow. Death card again. Necessary ending. Necessary ending. Give me more on this Magician energy for Cancer's part, or your Cancer part of your chart. Observing the effects of unrestrained power. And we get another major arcana of the Hierophant. So the Hierophant on the Magician, you're all 4 aces of potential moving forward. Yes, you're using traditional teachings, but there's another figure there in the background. One figure is sitting and learning the figure behind him is walking towards the sun, walking towards your own light. And again, you can go your own way energy there. That was such a cool concert. Crossed by the tower, painful transition. Yeah, you're definitely ending something once and for all here, wherever that Cancer energy is sitting in your chart for a bright opportunity. The star. All this major arcana is nuts. So that Mars retrograde is woo, maybe you're feeling like, okay, enough already. Enough changes. I don't like this is a lot. Maybe you feel like again it was not an easy decision to make. It's definitely feels like there's some regret here. You don't want to focus on the spilt milk or the spilt wine. Wine is already spilt. There's not you can't rewind it. But you're taking that learning and you're moving forward full force here, letting a tower fall so that the bright opportunity right after it. The star is always indicative that a tower has fallen. So we have to let it end so that this brighter opportunity comes in. Ooh, Cancer. Yeah, I am not loving the Mars retrograde energy personally. So not loving it, especially since it is in my 12th house. Okay, that would be of the soul's journey. So if yours is there too, woo, I know you're feeling it right now. My Mars, in addition, is in Cancer, and I have a stellium in that Cancer house of the 12th house, which is Pisces energy. And my moon is in Scorpio, so all water all the time. Thankful for my North Node in Capricorn, even though that's really the only major Earth energy in my chart other than Pluto and Virgo. Saw Three of Swords there on the bottom. I walk away from those old heartaches, Cancer. Okay, we got to balance those old demons out and lean on our own strength, taking on and managing difficult challenges. Let's get some advice for all four signs for you. These are upright and in reverse. 9 of Cups energy there with that peacock spirit. And I'm see bee spirit here. Sweet results await. There are bees all over this Mercury card, opposite of that Mars energy in Cancer. Let's get some advice for all four cardinal signs, please, and thank you. So this will be advice for all four life areas of your chart that are housing those signs. Okay. 212 on my clock right now. That is a 5 of change. One more shuffle. Okay. And 3, 2, advice starting with Aries, please. And 1. Advice for Aries, top and a bottom card. Aries, advice for you. A rebirth is assured. A rebirth is assured. Bat spirit, and there's that 5. A rebirth is assured. Trust your intuition. High priestess and Hierophant energy there. And on the bottom of the deck, Turkey spirit 61. 7 energy of angelic protection is surrounding you. Give with gratitude and grace, Aries. Give with gratitude and grace. All right. Boy, that peacock spirit wants to come out and let it shine. 46 energy of the 10. That's we kept seeing that magician energy a couple times here. Cancer, and I think Aries. I might be wrong on that. Could have been Libra. All right, guys. Speaking of Libra, South Node, hang in just a little bit longer. Okay, right here, Libra. Didn't even need to cut. Okay, in reverse, take time out. You are working your butt off, like we said, and somebody doesn't appreciate it. Okay, hummingbird spirit, be here now. Again, 34 energy, angelic protection. And we did see that hummingbird, I believe it was for the Aries energy, as for the North Node. So that would be opposing, right? Opposing you. Clint Bearwood here is a 9. Today is a 9 day. Instead of hibernating and resting, you're still on full throttle here, Libra. I feel like it's like stop, slow down. Someone's bitching, be like, okay, fine. I'm taking a break today. I ain't coming in. Libra does not mince words. No, they do not. Okay, let's look at Capricorn advice, please. And thank you, Capricorn energy. Any advice for Capricorn? Observing the effects of unrestrained power. And then we also have that sun energy of taking on and managing difficult challenges. We've got lion spirit in reverse here, Capricorn, 37, another 10 energy. Wheel of Fortune, be generous of spirit. Capricorn, I'm going to pull the reverse advice on that because I don't normally get reverse on that lion spirit card. It's like strength energy of taming our own inner beast. This could have really pushed it to the point of, why'd you pass the torch to me anyway, then, if you're just going to bitch about what I'm doing? 37. Okay. Be generous of spirit. In reverse, it's a protection message. Do you doubt you can do much good? Are you stuck in a state of scarcity thinking? Who am I to lead? Sad, there's leadership opportunity. Maybe you're helping others by helping them understand that right when you start something, right, that 3 of Pentacles, not everything is going to be perfect out the gate. You might be asking, who am I to step into my dream? Who am I to have an amazing relationship? Who am I to think I can help? Lion Spirit is here to tell you that the antidote for low self esteem is stepping into healthy pride. Of course, you can do all that you desire. Of course, the great spark of spirit lives inside you, and you are here to steward that amazing energy into the world. You're observing unrestrained power and you are staying in your high priestess energy. Okay. Crossed by reverse sandpiper spirit. Be playful. It's a number 51 card. And that is the energy of 6 of the lovers. There are some lotus flowers coming off of these, either water lilies, which is Knight of Cups energy that we saw for Cancer. Be playful. Maybe you're done playing. You're like, I ain't playing anymore, especially with those 10 of Swords that were coming up for you kind of here on both ends. This Mars retrograde and Mercury moving into your sign. It's about confidence here, Capricorns. All right, let's look at Cancer's advice, please. And thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you. Advice moving forward. There is that lion energy again, upright, being generous of spirit. Ooh, Cancer. Man, that has literally, I could feel it the day before. I was digging Mars retrograde in Leo. I didn't have any problem with that. That was in my first house. My first house. It's definitely tough to not get an analysis paralysis, but I blame that on my Pluto and Virgo energy in my second house. Uh, Not only crossing the T's and dotting the I's, but going back and doing the most, doing too much. Okay, and I just heard someone say done is better than perfect. So I think that's a great piece of advice for anybody else out there that also struggles with perfectionist tendencies. Okay, Cancer, dragonfly spirit here on the top, 22. We have Ant Spirit and Sandpiper coming back from the Capricorn energy, both in reverse. Um, one energy here, which is the energy of tomorrow. This is collaborate, but it's in reverse. Time to collaborate. That's where we feel respect for the tradition out of which we were created. Um, Cancer energy ain't playing either. He ain't in the mood. Truth transcends illusion here, Cancer. I haven't read that one in a long time. Underneath that in reverse, you see clearly now. So you're not having something here. 43, 7, all these supporting energies, the environmental energies are tallying to 7. A lot of support from spirit here. You see clearly now. This is not seeing clearly yet. So let's see what that truth transcends illusion is all about. It's a 22 energy, which is the architect and the builder. Okay. Dragonfly spirits here to remind you of the wisdom and truth available at all times in the hidden realms. Just as a dragonfly catches your eye with its reflective wings and body, dragonfly spirit appears to tell you to pay attention to the truth beyond the illusion and recognize the insights that come seemingly out of nowhere, peeking through from behind the veil. This is on page 67, which is a 13, and we did see double death energy, some kind of ending. In the realm of spirit, there is far more wisdom than you can perceive with your senses, and there's a deep knowing that you're not separate or alone, for a higher power recognizes you and loves you beyond measure. Fears dissipate as you realize you're embraced by the nurturing force that is everywhere, always in communication with you. You are being nudged along the path your soul needs to travel to have the experiences it craves. Pay attention to the signs now. Be open to the truth and let wisdom of the hidden realms inform you, providing insights your conscious mind overlooks. You're just not seeing them yet, Cancer. You ain't seeing them yet. Now, as far as Clint Bearwood, since I read cards for Capricorn and Cancer, I feel like I want to go back and read that Clint Bearwood there for Libras in reverse. You're supposed to be resting and relaxing, and you's not. 101 on the timer there. Okay, the protection message of take time out was when you become so frazzled that you can't decide how to move forward, Brown Bear Spirit arrives to remind you to let go of your impatience and getting to the answers and solving the problems that face you. Now's the time for rest and meditation. Take a break. Let insights arise and know that you have plenty of time to make plans. Brown Bear Spirit reminds you that sometimes the best and most effective action is non action, allowing the situation around you to reveal itself to you so that you can better understand it. Remember that what is yours will never be withheld from you. So you can really relax and wait until the next right action is revealed. Miracles come from out of nowhere, and yours will arrive on Great Spirit's timetable. So, Wheel of Fortune energy. This is on page 29, the protection message. And I did note the 101, which is an 11. 29 is an 11. Now, what card did Aries get? Oh no, do I forget? What do we get here? Maybe I'll recognize it, I think. Well, Turkey Spirit was on the bottom. Okay, let me try to go fast. I'm sorry, I didn't plan on reading it. Now I feel like I gotta go back and make sure everybody gets their card. Was it humming? Yeah, it was Hummingbird Spirit, right? I believe so. Be here now. Because that was opposing Libra, or was it Bat? It was Bat Spirit with Hummingbird on the bottom, maybe? Okay. A rebirth is assured. A rebirth is assured. Okay. Bat Spirit was that 5 of change. 5 is a vibrational number of change, and I caught 555 this morning, which is major change, getting our mindset right. Change can be seen as a negative thing, but with the right mindset and the right alignment to your goals, it's actually your angel's way of adjusting your life to fit your desires. Life will look different to you when you get what you want. Okay. Lots of messages today. A rebirth is assured. After something has run its course and died, or has been released, finished, surrendered, completed, or ended, there is a promise of a new beginning. Rebirth is assured just as night gives way to dawn, and the bat emerges from the darkness of a womb-like cave. Bat Spirit has come to remind you that this rebirth is a miraculous one, for the very best elements of what you had to give up in the death of the old are still present in this new amazing life forming now. This is the miracle and magic of rebirth in every aspect of your life, including the rebirth of faith in your ability to establish new and healthier relationships. Okay, guys, that's it for me today with the cardinal signs of that Mercury squaring the nodes, and therefore Cancer energy squaring the nodes as well. Hang in there. try to fly above the fray, and just focus on what you need to do and take action on, and manage difficult challenges there, one little piece at a time. Okay, cardinal signs. I love you, and I will talk to you sooner rather than later. Much love from my